Yo, what's good, everybody? It's me, Don Weeb, here, back with part 3 for What If Naruto Had Ultra Instinct. If you guys are ready for this part and want more of this series to come, make sure to hit that like button, comment down below if there's anything you like, if there's anything you don't like. And yeah, let's just get right into this for part 3 of What If Naruto Had Ultra Instinct. Naruto last time had slayed the Demon of the Mist, Zabuza. This had also gotten him written into the bingo book as a slayer of one of the 7 demon swordsmen of the Mist. The 7 ninja swordsmen of the Mist are pretty famous, so having Naruto taken down one, he'd be put in the bingo book as having taken out Zabuza. Haku would have also been slaughtered by Naruto in the last episode, and now Naruto had spent all of his chakra, was pretty much passed out. Team 7 was pretty much all unharmed except for Naruto due to his recklessness, and so they decide that they'll take him back to the Leaf Village with them. Naruto would be back in the Leaf Village now and basically be at full recovery. He'd go out for a walk with Konohamaru and Sakura, with Sasuke following close behind. Naruto's memories of when he had gone into the fox-tailed state when he had Kurama's chakra are very foggy, so he doesn't really remember them, but Sasuke and Sakura would have described to him what he had done to Haku after the battle. Naruto would now run into Gaara and his team. As Konohamaru bumps into Kankuro, Kankuro would turn around and ask who this brat is and how he should look where he's going. He'd pick him up by his scarf as he looks at Konohamaru in the eyes. Naruto would be calmly analytically analyzing the situation, as he would then calmly say for him to put that kid down, as that's actually the third Hokage's grandson, and we wouldn't really want to have a problem here now, would we? As Naruto says this with almost no tone directly in his voice, Gaara's eyes would flick upwards, as he can sense that something about Naruto is different. Naruto would meet eyes of Gaara, and as the two lock, they would know that something about each other is very similar. Gaara would be curious about this kid, what's up with him, and what makes him tick. Naruto would adversely be wondering the same thing about Gaara. As the two of them are staring at each other for several seconds, Gaara would ask what his name is. Naruto would answer that his name's Naruto. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. And what would your name be? Gaara, without missing a single beat, would say that his name is Gaara of the Sand. As Gaara turns around, he tells Temari that he and Kankuro should leave, as they're going to get out of there now. He would then look up to the tree where Sasuke is currently watching them, as he would then say that he can see them two there, the one with the black hair. Sasuke would jump down as Gaara flicks his eyes away, not too interested in Sasuke this time around, as he can sense Naruto is far stronger. As Gaara walks away, Sasuke would wonder what that was all about, as Team 7 would decide to go meet up with Kakashi to interrogate him on why there's people from the Sand Village here in the Leaf. As they go to meet up with Kakashi, Kakashi would begin to explain about the Chunin examinations this year, and for this quarter of the year they'd be held in the Leaf Village itself. Naruto and Sasuke would inquire on if they could actually enter these Chunin exams, as Naruto would want to fight Gaara, as well as Sasuke for ignoring him. Kakashi would say that the Chunin exams will be taking place in around 4 days, and if they really want to participate, all they have to do is tell them that they would like to. Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura would think about this, with Naruto and Sasuke both accepting pretty fast. Sakura would follow in Sasuke's lead just like she did in the original, and Team 7 would be signed up for the Chunin exams. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura would then train for the next 3 days. Naruto and Sasuke would actually train together, and we'd get this animated as a sort of filler scene, or you could consider it canon depending on how you'd like it. As we see Sasuke throwing shuriken at Naruto, with his eyes closed, his ears muffled, and all his senses pretty much blocked. Naruto dodges every single kunai and every single projectile thrown at him instantly, and Sasuke is dramatically impressed. Naruto's raw instincts, without even being in Ultra Instinct, are so much higher in this version than the original, just to his body having been adjusted to Ultra Instinct for over 5 or 6 years before he could master turning it on and off. This experience of having his body always in a high state of stress and being in Ultra Instinct allowed Naruto to have a special capability, a sixth sense you could say, where he can feel airwaves. Naruto can sense and feel whenever a projectile is being thrown at him through the waves of air that are being pushed forward and touching gently the skin of his face and all of his body. That's how he's dodging out of the way of them. At least that's how he describes it as when he explains it to Sasuke. This means that Naruto's normal ability to dodge and just attack in general, even out of Ultra Instinct, is much higher. 3 days have passed, and Sasuke's accuracy as well as Naruto's instinct and raw talent at dodging have increased, with Naruto and Sasuke doing some sparring in the meantime. As now the 3rd day has come, Sakura would meet up with her 2 teammates, as they're all ready to get into the Chunin examinations. They head towards the tower that Kakashi-sensei had explained to them, as he wishes them good luck on their Chunin examinations. As Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura would enter the building, Sasuke would immediately pick up on there being a genjutsu. Naruto, as he walks into the building, would feel himself vibrating almost, as if though something was altering his body. As he enters, he would ask Sasuke if he can feel that. Sasuke, who can tell the difference in the air as well, from it changing to be more still, along with Sakura, who is just generally good at identifying genjutsu, would all 3 of them would notice that there's a genjutsu placed on the building. As they climbed to the 3rd stairway, they would then find the 2 Chunin standing outside the door. As Naruto would ask Sasuke if he wants to deal with them, Sasuke would deactivate the genjutsu, allowing Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke to enter. As they get into the room, Rock Lee would suddenly come from behind with a flying leaf kick. As Naruto's head is just about to get hit, Naruto easily dodges, moving his neck to the side. As Lee goes flying past, Naruto quickly pulls his arm out as he grabs Lee's leg and spins him, throwing him around like a rag doll. "What was that for?" he would ask, as Rock Lee would say he was trying to catch him by surprise. Lee would say that he's heard all about the exploits of Naruto, who had actually slain Zabuza, one of the 7 deadly ninja swordsmen of the mist, and he wants to test his power for himself. Lee would then say this as he smiles, his eyebrows going up and down. "Bushy brows, huh? That sounds like a good name for you," Naruto would say, as Lee would then comes flying towards him with another kick. Naruto would be dodging and weaving out of all of Rock Lee's taijutsu without even blinking an eye or having to enter Ultra Instinct. Naruto would easily block and dodge all of these, as his ability and physical status is much higher. Naruto's just normal physical base stats are around equal or even higher than Rock Lee's without entering the 8 inner gates. Naruto would actually win this fight as Lee tries to use Leaf Hurricane on him, and as he does so, Naruto would hold up one hand as he grabs the attack and reflects it back, pushing equal force onto his arm and sending Lee flying backwards. Guy Sensei would, just as Lee's about to activate one of the gates, would tell Lee as he kicks him in the face to hold off for now. Lee would say that was a good fight, and he tells that Naruto that he's going to beat him next time. Sasuke and Sakura have a small flashback to seeing Naruto enter Ultra Instinct mode when he battled against Zabuza and Haku. Naruto would smile as he says sure, as he then walks away coolly, with Sasuke and Sakura on his right and left respectively. As Naruto enters the room itself, his eyes flick upwards as he sees the building as well as their instructor. As he walks into the room, he would see that the instructor had gone in just before they had. The rest of the Genin had already arrived, and with them being almost last, besides Neji and Guy's team. As Naruto enters the room, he would declare in a calm tone that he'll be the victor of this examination, and that everyone here is just an obstacle in his path. Naruto in this version is a lot more cool-headed than the one in the original, as we already know, because he had a lot of traumatic stuff happen in both timelines, but Naruto in this version, his emotions, he's already mastered controlling his emotions as he had to in order to be able to turn off Ultra Instinct, which had been a curse from an Otsutsuki summoning the angel. Naruto, as we get into the examination itself, would cause some intimidation amongst the Genin, as they had heard about what he had done to Zabuza. A Genin being put into the bingo books at such an early age was not heard of before, not since the likes of those who were destined to become a Hokage. As Naruto takes a seat down, Hinata would be impressed with him, just like she always was in the original. The examiner would begin to explain this test. They would have to submit and finish all these questions for this test, and if they're caught cheating, then they're kicked out. As in order to be a shinobi, you have to be able to answer at least some intellectual questions. Naruto would look down his questions sheet as he scans through all of them, quickly thinking on what he can do and what he can't do in the most efficient way. As Naruto looks up to the top, he would begin to answer the questions to the best of his ability, not sure if any of them were really right. Naruto would then decide to double check his answers. He might have to cheat a little, as he would determine that this is a test to see how they can gather information as shinobi. Naruto would close his eyes as he focuses all of his strength onto his senses, as being an Uzumaki, his natural sensory abilities would be higher anyway. Even though in the original he doesn't display them, the Uzumaki clan is naturally gifted at sensory anyway, so I think it makes sense. Naruto would close his eyes, as I've said, as he then focuses on everything around him. He could feel many air motions, as airwaves throughout the room be flicking away from pencil by pencil. As Naruto begins to read the airwaves, he can compare them to his own when he writes any sort of letter. Or number even. As Naruto then finally realizes what's going on, he could hone in on a certain target, as he listens or feels the airwaves that are hitting him. Got it. Naruto would check his answers, realizing that he almost gotten half of them wrong, before re-changing them to the correct answer. He would smirk as he then says that was almost too easy. Gaara would be impressed as he'd be using his sand-eye and would watch Naruto in complete stillness, as Naruto had almost been in a meditative state for most of the session they'd been there. Naruto would finish his test, as he would then look up to see that he was one of the first people to finish. Sasuke and Sakura wouldn't be too surprised, as Naruto, even as a younger child, had always been the quiet, smart type. Naruto would then turn his test in, as everyone else had, as the final question doesn't even faze him. Naruto would pass along with Team 7, as everyone else would leave. Anko would enter the room as she then explains that it's her turn for her part of the Chunin exams, and to get everyone else out of there. She would then say that they're heading towards the Forest of Death for a more physical examination. As Naruto would stand up and start walking away, Hinata would wish him luck as she waves. Naruto would say thanks, Hinata, as Hinata would then blush, thinking that was stupid of her, her being shy. As he then walks away, Naruto would look around, seeing how everyone else had done, quickly scanning Sakura and Sasuke's sheets, and then realizing that Sasuke had gotten the same score as him, with him smirking. Sasuke and Naruto would then finally make it to the Forest of Death, as Anko would explain the rules. In this version, no situation with Orochimaru, Anko, and Naruto happens in the original. As Naruto and Sasuke would get into their position with their scroll, they'd be ready to enter the forest. As soon as they enter, Sasuke would tell Naruto to start scanning for enemies, as Naruto would close his eyes and tell him to give him a second. As Naruto activates Ultra Instinct Omen by closing his eyes and calmly relaxing into that state, he would then tell Sasuke that he can feel people maybe 300 kilometers away to the left. Naruto's sensory abilities are good, but unless he accesses Ultra Instinct, he's not able to really feel the presences of other people's chakra or anything in general, unless he accesses this extreme boost, which Ultra Instinct is. Naruto would say that they need to head north, as he would then direct Sasuke and Sakura, before he closes his eyes and relaxes again, pulling himself out of Ultra Instinct and focusing. Naruto would be breathing heavily as he can feel a small amount of kickback from accessing Ultra Instinct. He can sense a little bit of pain inside of him, and as he feels his cells taking damage. Damn it, he would think, as he remembers what had happened last time. He can't use this form and just turn it on and off. If he's going to use it, he's going to have to use it the whole time, and afterwards would be some serious kickback. Naruto would vow that he is not going to access Ultra Instinct unless absolutely necessary. Team 7 would continue to head forward into the forest. As Naruto would decide he has to go to the bathroom, he would tell Sasuke and Sakura that he's just going to take a second, as he walks into the forest. Almost immediately, he can tell that someone's standing there, with just their breathing. "I see you're there," he would say, as he turns around looking directly at them. Naruto would kick off the ground faster than he could see, as he lands a flying kick to their head, knocking them out. As Naruto lands, he grabs their scroll and finishes his business, then walks back over to Sasuke and Sakura. "Got the scroll," he would say. Sasuke would ask what happened, as he would say that he had ran to a little company. As Sasuke and Naruto would continue walking forward, Sakura would run up behind them, asking them if it's really okay just to do that. Sasuke and Naruto would turn around saying that Anko had told them to take out anyone who had offered their scroll to them, even if they had tried to take their scroll or not. Naruto and Sasuke would continue to go through the forest, as they see many creatures as well as climb up the trees using their chakra control. As the three of them now are almost all the way there, they would see that something is about to happen. 3 minutes before what would have happened in the original, Naruto is almost crippled as he falls to the ground, coughing up blood, as he looks up, telling Sasuke and Sakura to run. "Run! Run! Something big is coming," Naruto would say. His body would begin to vigorously shake, as he is thinking about accessing Master Ultra Instinct. "Should I do it now? I don't know if I can get out of it again," he would think, thinking about what happened with Zabuza, and if he gets himself knocked out, he might not be able to finish the rest of the Chunin exams. Damn it, what do I do? It took him almost a week to recover last time he'd accessed it to that amount of power. Naruto would hit his fist into the ground, as Sasuke and Sakura are standing there asking what's wrong. "Run, damn it!" Naruto would say, as suddenly a giant snake comes crashing through the forest, as Orochimaru looks down at them. Naruto is shaking as he looks up, standing at Orochimaru, saying that there's no way they can win. as Naruto can feel his chakra rising like a wave of an ocean. Sasuke would ask what he means when suddenly he can feel it too. The amount of bloodlust, this pressure, not even being a sensory type. Naruto and Sakura and Sasuke are all under crushing pressure. As Naruto stands, he would then tell them that he'll buy them some time. They need to run now. Sasuke would nod as he then says that Sakura should run, and that he and Naruto can take care of this together. Naruto would grit his teeth as he tells Sasuke that even if he's there's no way they can win. Orochimaru would then whisper as he says, "Ah, yes, Sasuke. My dear, sweet Sasuke. I've been looking for you for so long. I've been almost aching to find your body." Orochimaru would say this, giving off pedo vibes, as he did in the original, while Naruto is saying they're asking what he wants of Sasuke. His fist begins to shake as Naruto decides that even though he's afraid, he has to try his best to protect his friends. As Naruto would stare into Orochimaru's eyes. "Oh, it's you, the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki," Orochimaru would be thinking. Naruto would have to come up with a plan, and quickly. He would think, I can use Ultra Instinct Omen. That's the only way. If I use half of my power, then I might be able to finish off the Chunin exams, but I won't be able to use it again. He would be thinking, as he's having to come to the decision on if he wants to go full power on this guy, or if he wants to be able to finish the Chunin exams. Damn it, you would think. As he then charges into battle. "Sasuke, Sakura, cover me behind of kunai and projectile attacks. Sasuke, use your fireball jutsu now." Sasuke would quickly create the fireball jutsu, followed with the phoenix flower jutsu, setting them behind Naruto. Naruto would quickly cover his hands of chakra, as he grabs one of the fireballs and throws them at Orochimaru, redirecting it towards him. How interesting. I've never thought that a Jinchuriki would have such intricate chakra control. Very interesting indeed. Naruto would then power up as suddenly a blast of white and blue light would explode over the forest, as chakra would be raining all around Naruto, as he accesses Ultra Instinct Omen. His hair would now be black and gold, mixed with the light bluish-white aura of Ultra Instinct, his hair flowing around him as his eyes have turned a bright silver. His voice now reverberating, as it's become more and more separated from himself. "You will fall here." Naruto's voice takes this turn, as he suddenly teleports with a fist in Orochimaru's gut. "Ugh," Orochimaru would say, as he quickly uses his snake skin molding to escape his body so he doesn't take any damage. Orochimaru would attempt to punch Naruto. As his fist is flying towards Naruto's face, suddenly, he disappears. What? Orochimaru would think, as Naruto comes up from behind, kicking Orochimaru in the back, as he then throws a flurry of punches, as fast as a perfect mechanism of a machine. Or Naruto would scream, as he continues flailing against Orochimaru's punches, continually dodging and escaping all of Orochimaru's attacks. Orochimaru summons a giant snake which comes barreling towards Naruto. Naruto's body moves out of the way on its own, as he then blasts the creature, putting chakra into his hands. He punches it, sending the snake tumbling back into the forest, as it's turned back into its original chakra and dust. Orochimaru would now be sweating, as he just needs to implant the curse mark on Sasuke and he can escape. "You won't be getting out of here alive." And that's what Naruto says as he comes flying in, sending both of his knees directly into Orochimaru's chest cavity. No, Orochimaru couldn't escape this one. It was too fast. As Orochimaru continues to be beaten down by Naruto, Naruto would tell Sasuke and Sakura to run. "No way. I'll have to get this kid somehow." As Naruto continues to battle against Orochimaru, he has an idea. This kid, whenever I throw an attack, he instantly dodges out of the way. But what if? As he then turns around, ignoring all of Naruto's attacks, he goes flying towards Sasuke. Damn it! Naruto would think, as he now falls out of Ultra Instinct Omen, having focused too much, as he had an original. Yes! As long as I can get him to focus on me, on his friend Sasuke, then he'll lose the ability to dodge and only have the focus on the battle. Orochimaru would quickly analyze this, as he bites Sasuke with the curse mark. "Get away from him!" Naruto would scream as he falls back into Ultra Instinct Omen, punching Orochimaru in the neck as his head is pulled from his body, decapitating him. Orochimaru would quickly have used the substitution jutsu to escape, as he laughs. "Damn it!" Naruto would say, as he falls to the ground, him beginning to feel the backlash as he coughs up blood, and he can feel his stamina draining. Naruto would fall to the ground in pain, as he is passed out, having used more than half of his chakra just using Ultra Instinct Omen. "Sakura, Sasuke, you have to get out of here," Naruto would say, as Sakura and Sasuke would ask if Naruto's alright. Naruto would pass out, as he falls into a dreamlike state. If you guys want to see the next part for What If Naruto Had Ultra Instinct, make sure to hit the like button, comment down below what you thought, and subscribe to the channel for more. This part's a little bit shorter than usual since the next part's going to be pretty long. I'm going to be doing the rest of the Chunin exams in that part. But thank you everybody for watching. I'll see all of you guys later. Bye.